Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Shayna, the owner behind Crochet, and I run a small crochet business. Today is Monday, November 17th, and my first ever market is this Thursday, November 20th. So we have a few days. I'm getting super excited, but also nervous. So I'm just kind of going over everything I have to do last minute and prepping as much as I can. So if you don't know already, my little guy is 1.5 years, so he is down for a nap, and I can only work when he is in bed because he's worse than a cat with yarn. So it sometimes makes it a little bit difficult to run a crochet business, but this is what season of my life I'm in right now. So I'm doing as much as I can when I can, and thankfully he still naps for a good chunk of the day, so I get a lot of stuff done during the day and then also when he goes to bed. So first off, I stocked up on some more yarn and finally got more stuffing, so I was able to finish off some octos. So I have 2 dark blue, 2 light blue, a pink and a yellow, and I'm gonna make another yellow one and another pink one just so there's 2 of each. They're not gonna be in here, I'm just having them in here so I can see what I have visually. And then I'm gonna do a mock setup probably tomorrow. I'm gonna lay everything out on my table, set it up how I want it to look at the market or relatively close just to get an idea. So octos are done. I'm just gonna make another yellow and another pink. I'm also debating if I have time. I got more purple, so maybe I'll make a couple, like 2 purple. I also have this green, so maybe I'll make 2 green as well if I have time, but at least I have some octos ready to go and done. Then also right now, I'm just going to show you guys what I'm going to work on, and then I'm going to go off camera, work on it quickly, and I can check back in a little bit to show you what I have finished up. But I just finished stuffing and sewing up the head, so I'm just gonna sew that on the giraffe, do its ears and everything, the tail, and then that will be done and ready. I also have this gingerbread that I made a little while ago, and I didn't finish it. So I had the head, it was everything up until the head done, and I honestly thought I was gonna have enough yarn, but I'm gonna lose to yarn chicken. So I was debating what to do. I do have this, so this yarn is Loops and Threads Chenille Home Slim in the color Terracotta, and I have this one by Hobby or Hobie, however you say it. It's the Honey Bunny, and it is, why can't I find the color? Okay, anyways, I thought that they had the color names on here like they do on the website, but I can't find it. But anyways, it's color number 14. I want to say it's caramel or something like that, but it's a lot thinner than this yarn and it is slightly darker. I'm not sure if you can see that. I know the lighting isn't the best. It is raining here right now, and also it might be a little bit loud. Anyways, so that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is just do as much as I can with what I have, add the eyes, and then the top of the head is gonna be this color, and it's gonna just look like icing all over the top, and then like maybe a couple icing pieces that look like they're kind of melting down. So I'm gonna make do with that and figure out something. Or people suggested adding like a hat, like a Santa hat or something festive to kind of cover up the top where I don't have enough yarn, but that's one other issue, but I will figure that out and get that finished up. Then another thing I want to do is stuff and close up the cat loaf. All I have to do is make a tail and sew that on, and then sew on the facial details here as well. Next on my list to finish up from my whips for my market are these little mushroom guy friends, or mushroom guy pals, whichever. I just don't know if I have big enough safety eyes for them. I either have smaller safety eyes or way too big, but I have an order coming and it says it's gonna be here anywhere from the 16th, which is tomorrow or Tuesday, until the 23rd, but my market's on the 20th. So I'm really hoping that everything works out for me and I'm able to have that order delivered by like Wednesday at the latest, so I can add the safety eyes and finish up last minute stuff before my market Thursday. Thankfully though, my market is like a night market. It's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I have like the day Thursday when my son naps and everything to kind of finalize things. So I'm hoping that will come before my market. But I do have enough inventory that if it doesn't get here in time, I can save these guys for my next market, because if you haven't watched my other videos, I have 3 markets coming up, November 20th, November 30th, and December 7th. So I'm just trying to make as much stock as possible because clearly I don't have all day to crochet. I'm very limited with my children, but I am doing as much as I can when I can, so that if I have a great market, I will hopefully have inventory left over for the next market. And thankfully they're all like a week apart, so I can use my time wisely and stock up on things if I need to. So that's my plan for today while he naps, and then tonight when he goes to bed, I'm going to make at least 2 more octos. I'm going to start with another pink and another yellow, so I have 2 of all of them. I'm going to finish up the giraffe, finish up the cat loaf, the gingerbread man. We'll see how far I can get with all of that today, because I do have a few more days. And then tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to do a setup here on my table just to kind of get a feel for things of how I want my table to look at my market. But I did count all of the inventory that I have that I've showed you guys in the past in my other videos. And I have about 41 or 47, I can't remember, plushies, so inventory, and it's worth over $700. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. It would be nice if I could hit like the $1,000 inventory threshold. But again, I'm gonna do what I can, see how things go. And at least I have a week in between each market that I can dedicate my son's nap times and bedtimes to crocheting more inventory. So I'm gonna cut this off for now, and I will check back in probably later tonight if I have time to show you what I have done. And each day I'll kind of pop in and show you everything I've done and what my plan is for the day. It is now Tuesday the 18th. I didn't get a chance to record much last night and show you guys what I worked on. My son did nap for quite a while, but not as long as I thought. And then I worked on a couple more things last night. So I'll show you what I got done. A part of me feels like I didn't get a whole lot done, but they were mainly like bigger items that I finished off. So that always feels nice. And then I'll go over what I'm gonna do today. So first off, I finished up the giraffe. I just had to sew everything on, the head, the tail, but now it is all done, all complete and ready to go. Then I finished my gingerbread man. I had a lot of my community telling me to either make a hat or icing for the top of his head because I ran out of the brown yarn. So this was my first time ever doing that. I feel like I should have done the icing, worked in the back loop only, so it was more of like a hard line with the droops coming down. But that's okay, I think he still looks cute. I have to add the mouth and maybe some blush or facial details and things like that, but this is what he looks like. I did a couple in the back as well. But yeah, I think it turned out cute. I'm glad I didn't have to frog it all and make it smaller. And we were able to solve that issue because there's only like, what, 2 more days until my market. Then I also finished another Grinch. So I had the body and some of the head done. I just had to do the eyes, finish off the top, and all the facial details. So that is the Grinch. And these are actually both of my patterns. So if you're interested in these patterns, they are available on my Etsy shop. I've never done a market, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna sell, but I've had my customers absolutely love them when they do order the plushie, and a lot of people have been ordering the pattern. So I don't know, I think it might be a hit at the market, let's hope, but these are these guys here. Then I also just whipped up one of these little whales as well. I had it started and I just had a couple minutes before I really needed to go to bed last night, but I wanted to just do as much as I could, so I finished off again one of these little whales. So next on my list is to finish up this loaf cat I was showing you guys. So I have the eyes, everything done. I just have to stuff it, close it up, and make the tail, and then just do the nose and whiskers. So that won't take me too long. So I'm gonna do that. And oh my goodness, I got an email this morning that my order is out for delivery today. So I was telling you how I made an order for price tags, a stand for my table, a tablecloth, a whole bunch of things for my market. And it said it was gonna be here a couple days before my market or a couple days after, and I was really worried it wouldn't get here in time. Anyways, it's out for delivery today. I'm super, super excited. So I was actually gonna do my practice setup on like my table for my display, but I'm gonna hold off until my order comes because it has one of those 3-tier stands on it, and I just want to be able to set it up and actually practice. And knowing it's going to get here today, I will either do that tonight when my son goes to bed or tomorrow during his nap time. So I will film a little bit of that as well. But yeah, I'm so glad it's going to be here today, because I have safety eyes in there that I want to finish off, like my penguins with the Christmas hats and a bunch of like little smaller ones. So yeah, my plan today is to get the cat loaf done and then work on a couple other things I have. Hopefully my order will get here soon so I can add safety eyes and everything and finish up those plushies. But if it doesn't get here before my son wakes up, I'm just gonna do more inventory stuff, like get my pricing in check, count everything, and just get organized in that sense. And then tonight I will finish up adding the safety eyes and the plushies and all that stuff tonight. So that's kind of what is on the agenda for today. I might have time, hopefully tonight, to check back in. I am so tired. I really just want to go have a nap, but I only have 2 days until the market, so I will nap Friday when the market's over. So yeah, this is what I'm going to plan on doing today, and I will check back in with you guys later tonight. It is now Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock. The kids are in bed. They've been in bed for a little while, but I was just tidying up the house and getting things organized. It was a really late night actually because we went shopping. I got a couple things for my market, and we set up the Christmas lights and everything. Oh, and my order came literally 5 minutes after my son woke up from his nap. So I opened it to have a peek, but I didn't like take everything out because there's safety eyes and I did not want him to get into all of the packages. So I'll go through what I got as well. But today, all I did when he was napping was finish up the face details and the tail. And that was it regarding like plushies. But I did do a lot of inventory stuff. Like I counted everything. I started pricing things all on my laptop because I didn't have the price tags yet. But that's okay. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff tonight, also tomorrow. But I'll show you what I got from my order. So the safety eyes that I was just saying, these are the 12mm safety eyes. I needed a lot of these because a lot of my plushies that are like the smaller kind of ones, they really needed these. I had so many without eyes, so now I can add the eyes, stuff them, and close them up, and I'll have, I think, at least like 10 more plushies. So glad that came in time. Then I also got price tags. So these are just small little individual ones that you write the price on and then you just tie them to the plushie. I also got this 3-tier like display, I guess. There's another couple pieces over there with screws, so I have to set that up. I might get my husband to do that for me. But yeah, I'm excited to have this for my market. I was gonna make do without it, but I'm glad it came in time. Then I also got a tablecloth. So this is the one that goes all the way down to the bottom of the feet of the table. So I need to wash this and iron it or whatever to get all the wrinkles out. And then, oh, I also got bags. I didn't bring them over here with me. They ended up being smaller than what I thought, so I might run to the store and just grab a couple medium-sized ones and then make sure I place an order for those size for my future markets. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, and I don't think I've ever shown you my business cards. I just ordered them and got them in last week. So these are my business cards. I hope it's focusing. So crochet, nice and simple, and then on the back it just says some information with a QR code that leads to my link tree, so you can, you know, get my Etsy shop, my YouTube, my Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. So that's my business cards. I got 500 of them, so this is only one box. I have another box as well, so I will definitely be bringing a lot of those. And then these are the plushies that I had to finish up. I already put the eyes on them just now when I was waiting for my kids to go to bed, so I wasn't too loud filming this. But the axolotls, they have eyes now. I have a couple blue ones here. Another octo with eyes, and then the mushroom guys, they have eyes as well. I also, oh, that's also what I did when my son was napping. I made this chicken, so I didn't do anything else because I had to add the eyes, so I added those, and now I can finish stuffing it and make the little comb of the chicken, so that's another thing. Then when we were out shopping, I got this wooden box display. I wanted to get two this size, but they only had one and then like a huge one. So that's okay. At least I have one, so I can set some inside and then also set some on top and just have a little bit of height to my table. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. But speaking of height to my table, I did buy this off Facebook Marketplace and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna do my practice setup tomorrow now that I have everything here. I'll finish off a couple more of these plushies and be able to incorporate that in my practice setup. But I bought this off a girl from Facebook Marketplace, and it doesn't like move or anything. It's all just one piece like this. But you can see I have my octos set up in there. I'm probably gonna switch it around. We'll see. I have other like small ones or whatever. I'm gonna figure that out tomorrow. But yeah, it's a 3-tier little basket. So I have this, the wooden box, and then this smaller display as well. So I'll play around and see if it is too much displays. That's okay. I don't know until I start setting it up and practicing, but that's what the mock setup is all about. So that is all I have for tonight. I'm just gonna finish stuffing all of these and finishing them up. And I will probably just check in with you guys tomorrow to show you everything that I've done. Okay, it is Wednesday, November 19th, so that means market day is tomorrow. It is an evening one, I think I already mentioned that. It's 6 to 9 p.m. So I have right now while my son is napping, and then tonight, and then tomorrow while he's napping as well. I'm feeling pretty good about everything. I have quite a few things already with the price tags on them, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today and tonight. Right now I'm gonna go and do my practice display setup, and you guys can see a little bit of that. And then tonight I'm just gonna finish pricing whatever I have to, and if I have any other free time, I will just make a couple more plushies and see what I need to fill some holes or inventory and things like that. And then other than that, I just have to count everything, add up the total cost of like the inventory of what I have, and pretty much just make sure I have the checklist of everything I need to bring, like pen, scissors, bags, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna bring some yarn and my hook so that I can work on some easy projects while I'm there, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So that is the plan for today. I'm gonna go do my practice setup and I will show you guys a little bit of that. This is my little display setup so far. I have to be super fast because my son is awake and I have to go pick up my daughter from school soon. But this is basically most of my inventory. I do have quite like a couple more things in the bin that I could put out, but I'm just gonna bring extra stuff just in case I need to fill any holes and whatnot. But I'm definitely gonna be busy prepping more inventory for my market in a week and a half. So anyways, this is it. I'm definitely gonna put something in the box there to bring the Grinch and gingerbread out more, and then I won't have Sailor Moon so close there. I'll put her off to the side. I just don't want her to fall off the table. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about everything. I do want to make a couple more chickens, maybe some more leggy frogs in like pink or that purple kind of color. And then if I have time, I can make a couple more cat loafs or whatnot. But yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. And then I'm just gonna do mom stuff and I will check back in with you guys later on. Today is market day. It is Thursday, November the 20th, and it is currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My son is napping right now and we have to pick up my daughter from school in about an hour or so. So I'm just doing all the last minute things I can do while he's in bed, and then I can obviously do a couple things here and there right before my market. My husband will get home from work and we'll basically just have like about an hour until I have to leave. So I finished up a few things. I finished another octo and stuffed it. I didn't get a chance to make another pink one. If I have time, I will do that, but if not, I can always do it at the market if there's downtime. I finished up my mushroom guys. The only thing I have to do is add the white dots to these two mushrooms, so this one is fully done. But again, I can always do that at the market or if I have time. Right now, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of work after I film this check-in video. As you can see, I just had a quick shower. I'm trying to do everything I can possible while he is napping and just get prepared. But all my inventory is in the bin, price tagged, all that stuff. I'm just gonna pack a bag of like pen, paper, my business cards, scissors, like all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna bring a little bit of yarn and my crochet hooks and stuff like that, so I'm gonna pack that up right after this video as well. And then I just have to price these guys, which I can always do there. And then here is my gingerbread man. I still have to do his face details, so I'm gonna do that right now before I have to get my daughter, and then this guy will be all done. And I plan on finishing up my axolotls. I have my blue ones done. These ones are basically done. They just need the pink, the dark pink around here. So that won't take me super long, and they're priced. And then I want to also finish up this one chicken. So all I have to do is finish sewing this up, add the red comb, and put a little nose on. So that won't take long either. And then other than that, I have everything ready to go. I'm super nervous, but super excited. I'm just wearing some like lounge clothes right now, but I will change when I go to my market. And yeah, I will bring my tripod that I'm using, and I will show you guys a little bit of the setup, maybe take a little bit of content while I'm there. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. This is my first market, so yeah, stay tuned. I will show you that later, and then I will check back in with you after the market, whether that be, I was gonna say tonight, but probably not. It's gonna be 9 when the market's done, plus packing everything up. But maybe tomorrow I will film a video and just check in with you guys and let you know how it goes and total cost and everything like that. So stay tuned. I hope you're enjoying this video. It's just something I really wanted to document. It's been a couple days since the market, but my daughter was sick on the weekend and now I'm just getting over it, so I apologize for my voice, but that is mom life. And anyways, I wanted to come on and update you since my market and let you know how much I sold and my profit and all that stuff. So it went really well. I was super nervous, super excited, all the emotions, but once things started flowing, I felt a little bit more at ease. And then once I made the first sale, I was kind of like, okay, like, you know, this is exciting. I'm excited to see where it goes and whatnot. So I made back my booth fee and I came out with some profit. So I will go over everything I sold in no particular order. I have it written down here. So I'm just going to be looking at this so I can tell you guys exactly what sold, and I can pop a picture of it here so you can see what I mean. So I sold one whale for $6. Then I sold 2 whales together for $10 because I either do $6 each or 2 for $10. So they get a bit of a deal that way. Then I sold 1 Grinch for $38. I sold 2 axolotls for $12 each. Then I sold 1 bee keychain for $8. I sold 1 mushroom guy for $12. 1 leggy frog for $12, another bee keychain for $8, 1 cat loaf for $20, 1 snow bunny for $12, and then 1 chicken for $12 as well. So I came out with $160, but my booth fee was $20. So my profit that I took home was $140. So for my first market and a mom of 2 and 7 months pregnant, I think that is pretty good, especially for my first market. So I have another one coming up this Sunday. So I have quite a bit of inventory left over. I am going to be prepping a couple popular things, like I sold 2 bee keychains and I only had 2, so I'm going to make a few more of those, another Grinch, maybe one of my Olafs and whatnot. So I can do another whole market prep video for you guys for the next market, but that was my profit take home. So $140 as a first time market. I think that was a win. So it went really well. I'm super excited, and follow along, subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Thanks, bye.